Hey, today we have some exciting news. The developers have responded to the recent spear bug that forces the game to crash. They've also addressed the issues with the ballistic shield and crashes. There's talks of vehicle cap and much more. Not only that, but the CEO has responded to questions about cross progression as well as some other questions that were asked. Also, side note, we just reached 100,000 subscribers, which is insane. It truly is. And there's going to be a huge giveaway here soon. If you have not done so already, join the Discord and follow me on Twitter because I will be announcing the details soon. We're going to discuss all of this right now. If you enjoyed the video at any point, consider giving it a like by tapping the thumbs up button below the video. Okay, it looks like we are going to receive another update for the spear sometime soon. Recently there have been reports, and even some of you have commented previously that there were issues with the spear that would force the game to crash. The developers are now working on it, and this has been confirmed through support. This information comes from Lighthouse over on the Helldivers 2 Reddit. He left a screenshot with the support team member replying back with, "Hi Helldiver, we're aware of the issue and have a developer actively working on finding out what happened to the spear and fixing it. We are sorry this happened, but rest assured, we're working on it. All I can ask is your patience until the problem is patched." Interestingly enough, the spear is going to be updated again, even though it was already updated recently. Before that, it had been updated previously as well, so it's a bit strange. We can only hope this will be the last time we see the spear broken, and thank you to everyone who commented previously about this. The next stratagem that is being looked into right now is the ballistic shield. If you have not seen my previous video, well, I'll just name one bug from the list. If you were to climb into a mech with the shield on, it will force you to slide in one direction, and it's hard to stop. And that's just one bug from the list, and there's quite a few other problems with it. We have some good news though, because the community manager Twinbeard responded over on Reddit by saying, "Hey, just wanted to drop in to say that we're aware of and are working on several of the shield issues." Some good news regarding the ballistic shield: we can expect the next patch to possibly contain a few bugs resolved for that stratagem. This is another stratagem that previously received a fix and now will receive another update. Moving on to performance. A few of you commented previously and have said something along the lines that you were crashing every time when you would go to social or if you were to press escape. There's a good reason for this, and it appears that it's bugged. Twinbeard had responded to a member on the Discord by saying, "Yep, we're working in the escape and opening the social menu crash." Well, it looks like it's best to avoid pressing the escape key as well as opening the social menu to avoid the crash as of right now. You can also crash, by the way, by purchasing a warbond item or even an armor piece from the store and then changing your settings afterwards. The community manager has also confirmed they are looking into the recent nursery missions. He responded to a member by stating, "Don't know, but I know nursery missions are being discussed and or looked over." This mission I'm looking forward to being resolved, as well as the upgrade. As you guys know, the whole methodology upgrade is completely out of whack. But yeah, I hope those two are resolved next patch, but we'll find out. The last and final bug here that we're going to discuss is the Riddler bug. At least that's what I'm calling it. You may have noticed large to smaller size question marks on the field. This is not supposed to happen, of course. And I think the last time I saw this was in the tutorial. Twinbeard has responded to a member who asked about the mysterious question marks, and the community manager replied with, "Normal as in they should be there? Nope. Normal is that we're aware and working on it, / them, yes." This right here is a small bug, nothing big, but if you were wondering if it's being looked into, it is. And for those that are fans of Batman, am I the only one who sees a question mark and instantly thinks about the Riddler? Anyways, we are going to continue onwards here and check out a question that was asked about the vehicle cap limit. This Discord member here asked, "Is the vehicle cap getting worked on?" Twinbeard wrote back and said, "Not at the moment, I believe. I think the last thing I saw on it is that we hope to make improvements on that for the future, but I'm not sure. If we do, there's no ETA yet as far as I know." And with that, if you love mechs, don't expect the cap limit to be lifted anytime soon. And last but not least, Twinbeard replied to a member who was basically worried about the community being split up in different ways. For example, this user right here said, people do have concerns about what will happen when we are split across 3 fronts. The CM replied with, those concerns are valid, as are if the divide between the number of players, liberations, etc. feels and or is deemed too wide going forward. We're monitoring it, and I think Joel and H overall have some ideas on how to make it work. And with that, if you were also concerned, there seems to be good news here, considering he believes Joel and AH overall have some great ideas. I wonder what those could be. So with everything I've said here, we can't expect an update. When is the question? And I don't have an answer for that. We know the Arrowhead developers have talked about taking their time with the patches previously. Now, this is assuming they're doing this only with larger patches, but we'll find out soon. The best case scenario is that we receive or see the patch next week. If not, maybe the week afterwards. But at some point, we hopefully will receive an update on this and when we will see that next patch. And with that, let me know what you think about this down below in the comments, about the spear bug being resolved yet again, or possibly the escape key bug as well. Let me know what you think by commenting down below. Moving on, the CEO answered a few questions on X. This user asked, we don't have this yet, but when is it possible to report bug button? The CEO Shams Georgiani replied with, you'll hear more from them soon. We might receive this new report button soon, and it actually might help. The second question is about cross progression, with this user that asked if there is any plans for cross progression for Helldivers 2 in the near future. Shams wrote back and said, if you own and play the game on both PlayStation and PC, it's being discussed. Nothing concrete as to when we can expect it. However, I don't expect this to happen anytime soon, especially with the whole PSN link situation still going on, and on top of that, we have yet to see some of those regions unblocked. Next up, the third question here is something I've covered in the past, and some of you may have seen it. This question is about the Super Citizen Bundle. If you are like me, and you have already purchased the Still Veteran War Bond, then most likely you are refraining from purchasing the Super Citizen Bundle, and we know in the past, a community manager at the time had said, quote, this is something we're discussing internally. Yet when the CEO was asked, he answered with, ah, right, that's a good note. I'll add it to the agenda. So it's been discussed for quite some time now. Considering the community manager's post was created on May 7th, 2024 at 6 o'clock in the morning. And lastly, there's a user on X who asked if the CEO had any plans on preserving Helldivers 2 after the live service has ended. Shams wrote back and stated, currently that is a low priority for us and Frankie will be for a long time. And that was the very last question asked. If you guys have any thoughts on this, let me know down below. And what we're going to do here is talk about one more thing, and that's the latest major order. We've successfully liberated Hellmire, and you might be wondering if Neville is the next planet we should focus on. The answer to that question is no, we do not need to focus on that planet just yet. Our priority should be focused on 4E Prime. If we fail to liberate 4E Prime, we risk either coming close to completing the major order, or even worse, failing it altogether. Therefore, I strongly urge you to head to 4E Prime now instead of Neville. What you can see right here on the map, there's about 40,000 people on Neville, and you can tell that it says defend on 4E Prime. What are we doing, guys? So right now, head over to 4E Prime and start defending, because again, if we do not do it, we're probably screwed. And with that, there's your Helldivers 2 news. If you guys would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below. Here's your top 3 comments. The first comment is by Misha4M. This person says, patched, fixed 5 problems, introduced 10 more, feels like a pattern. The second comment is by Hans, and this person says, since day 1, the game freezes when I quit the game. And last but not least, we have Robert Armstrong that says, I have had very little issues with the game. No, I don't really change settings or use shield. And there's the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured, remember it's easy. All you have to do is comment down below. Thank you all for the support. It truly means a lot to me, and I will see you guys in the next video.